Following the release of the Mueller report, President Donald Trump greeted excited supporters in Florida. The president has a lot to be happy about, says spokeswoman Sarah Sanders.
There was no collusion, which is what the entire investigation was supposed to be about.
Trump says the Mueller report exonerated him both on the question of collusion with Russia and on the issue of obstruction of justice.
This should never happen to another president again. This hoax, this should never happen to another president again.
But on the issue of obstruction, the special counsel's report tells a different story, detailing numerous attempts by Trump to influence the investigation. Trump's actions may not result in legal action, but they are troubling, says California Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff.
They are unquestionably dishonest, unethical, immoral, and unpatriotic, and should be condemned by every American. That is not the subject of vindication. That is the subject of condemnation.
For some Democrats, the contents of the Mueller report are enough already to warrant impeachment proceedings against the president, including Congressman Al Green of Texas.
Mr. Mueller has done his job. It is now time for Congress to do its job.
But for Trump supporters like Rich George in Michigan, the results of the Mueller probe have lifted a cloud hanging over the White House.
Now that he's been, in my mind, exonerated by this very expensive investigation, he's super free and clear, in my mind.
What happens next is up to Congress, says former independent counsel Robert Ray.
Where do we go from here? The only other place to go is an impeachment proceeding, and the question then will be, as a political matter, whether Democrats are prepared to travel down that road.
Democrats are split on whether to impeach Trump, but they do appear committed to holding him accountable, says analyst David Abraham.
How much shifting in popular sentiment will result from this is hard to say. But our leaders in Congress and elsewhere have an obligation to the people of the United States to pursue this until the truth is fully revealed.
Thank you, everybody. The report and how voters see the conclusions will undoubtedly be part of the upcoming 2020 presidential election campaign, says Jim Kessler.
Russia is not going to take them out in this election. It's going to be on more traditional things, and the Democrats need to nominate somebody who can beat Donald Trump, which is probably someone who's more in the pragmatic progressive area than in the far left area.
For the moment, Trump is content to take a victory lap and celebrate on Twitter. But the lingering questions about obstruction of justice are likely to follow him all through next year's presidential campaign. Jim Malone, VOA News, Washington.